Hey guys, I'm just jumping on for our weekly update. It is the 20th of November, so 10 days until summer in Melbourne, which, is still is slowly moving. Like we've had a little bit of sunshine, which I hope that you've made the most of because spring and energy and sun really helps us feel like we're moving stuff, which is kind of the theme of this week. People feel like they're finally kind of making progress in things that they wanted to this year or ticking boxes in things or getting clarity. Clarity has been a big shift for a lot of people. And we've been helping people look at the situation that they're in or life. And so they might say, want to be really productive in this area. And this was my goal. And I wanted to say, get this done or see something differently or be able to influence this space more. And then when we pull it back, we realize that you are doing that. It's just different to how you thought you were going to do it. So it's being aware that little bite-sized pieces are making a difference. Little energies, little comments, little ways that we support, little ways that we're present in different situations is really making a difference, not in just supporting ourselves, but in helping support the people that we care about. So take a moment to step back and realize that, or have a look at maybe the little incidental things that you've been doing. Little bite-sized bits is progress. And if you look back to where you started in a situation to where you are now, you might also get that moment that you're really pleasantly surprised in going, actually, what much further down the track than I thought I was. And so we begin to acknowledge, a shift, and it could be the shift in our awareness of something or the shift in, a relationship that we've had or the shift in making just progress in whether it be, our schooling or our relationship or something that we've been working on at work or in our private life. And so that's a really beautiful thing for people to become aware of. We're further down the track than we thought we were. So clarity is everything this week. And the other part of that is the truth in what's right for me. So when we have that pause to step back, because we're coming out of a lot of life bombs that have been going on for people too, we then get the shifting going. I'm rechecking my direction in this. So we're finding that that shift is actually resonating more with the authenticness of us or what we wanted or where we're going or who we want to be. So we're coming out of the woodwork, but it's different to how we thought we were going to shift in this year, particularly or even coming out of things. So there's a real self-awakening in that. So, feel into what's going on for you and maybe step back and look at it with fresh eyes, because you might find a perspective that you is really quite refreshing for you and is going to support you differently. Shifting to acknowledge our progression is something else that's been coming up a lot for people. So again, it's with clarity, but when we realize that, hey, we might have been looking at asking for help in all different ways, even though we mightn't have got the help the way we wanted, the fact that we've asked for it is the shift. The fact that we're not afraid to challenge people or follow a direction to try and find a solution. We mightn't have found the solution, but it's that awareness that we're not afraid to now ask for the help or challenge things is the shift. It's really important. See the things that we haven't been acknowledging, because there's been a lot of progress, but we mightn't have been able to see it for exactly what it is. And it's moving us to feel like we've done nothing, to actually see the truth in this year's been quite a big year in a lot of little things being sorted behind the scenes for us, and a lot of ways that we support ourselves behind the scenes. It's been a huge week for me in things coming together. So I dropped an ebook at the beginning of this week, which is Life Bombs, What the F Just Happened. is a really beautiful, insightful way to be able to step out to see how we're going to look at things from a different perspective. And it gives you a real beautiful insight and clarity into perhaps why these things happen. So grab your copy. It's $7.99. It's downloadable. Lots of people are saying, can I get a hard copy? It's absolutely a PDF downloadable, so you can have your hard copy and keep it next to your bed and read it as many times as you want. I'm really proud of it. There's a lot of beautiful insight and work into that hopefully will help you a lot. The other exciting news I have is I have got back into my podcasting. I am going to release a new series of podcasts before the end of this year, and I have recorded 3 incredibly powerful podcasts this week. So it's been a big week, but I'm loving it. I'm loving, sitting in this with people and working through understanding ourselves in a different way. So these podcasts are unpacking your life, unpacking your story, finding the threads, what it means for you, why you're amazing, why your story is amazing. Every single person's life story is amazing, and it's a reflection of what our souls are working on. And when we can kind of unpack it this way, it gives us those little insights again that we can see the truth of who we are and what we're working on. And so I'm loving doing this. So, shout out if anyone wants to do a podcast with me, we're back. So all available. So that's coming soon. So don't forget, if you want, I do have a podcast series that's up at the moment, a little bit different. It's all about understanding, what's going on with us and why we are who we are. That is called Life Unpacked with Mel, which is on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, everywhere. So maybe how we get up to date with this series before we do the new series. Have a look at that too, because it's there for you, and it's always just pulling us back into understanding ourselves more. So that's me for this week. Big, huge week. Let's see what next week brings. Again, if you have any insights or questions or things you want me to touch on, let me know. And big hugs and love to all. You are doing it. You have probably had a pretty incredible week yourself, but it's really touching in to have a look at what is going on for me. What can I be proud of this week? Because we're all getting there. So big hugs, love to all, and I'll see you all next week.